our YouTube and Fallout community. So today Bethesda released a video kind of talking about Far Harbor and some of the new things in it, and just kind of the whole thing about Far Harbor, the story and all that shit. They showed off some new enemies, some new weapons, and all kinds of shit. So I kind of wanted to do like a breakdown, try to get this video out there before Far Harbor releases, so that you guys can kind of get my thoughts on everything. So let's get right into it. So first up, I want to talk about the new weapons they showed us. We got that. The harpoon gun is going to be pretty interesting, and I'm definitely interested in the lever action rifle, of course. So first up, I want to talk about this harpoon gun. Now, straight off the bat, first up, it reminds me too much of the broadsider, which of course shoots cannonballs and shoots harpoons. But all the same, it really looks similar to it. Like you'd almost pull it off of a boat and it used to shoot cannons or some shit. Now, that being said, it is quite a heavy weapon. There is only 2 mods, as you can see. But if you look closely and pay attention, one of the mods is in fact the harpoons. So that leads me to believe that maybe we can switch out the ammo for this. I don't know what the other ammos would be. I mean, it's a lot like, you could almost put anything in there and shoot it, right? It doesn't have to be a harpoon, so that kind of intrigues me a little bit. Next, we have the return of my favorite weapon in the Fallout series, which is the lever action rifle. I'm pretty hyped to have this back. Nothing completely stands out from this, but they did mention that it has a really good rate of fire, and that's pretty awesome. And it has the standard mods, no special mods, it doesn't look like, but that's actually a good thing, because that means we can kind of do whatever we want with it. And it has decent damage. It is kind of heavy, but, whatever. I'm excited to have this gun back now. Next, we have the addition of this new combat armor, which they said is called the Marine Combat Armor. And they said it's the strongest in the game that you can get outside of wearing actual power armor. So that's pretty exciting. It actually is my favorite kind of armor. I always wore combat armor in like New Vegas. They even had it in Fallout 3 too. So, and it's my main armor in Fallout 4 as well. So I'm excited to have even stronger version of it. And looking at the 2 different kinds, man, they're drastically different cosmetically, and it makes me wonder what exactly is the differences between them, because the first one's just like this bulky, solid black suit. The second one's a little bit thinner looking. It's got designs all over it, so I don't know what the designs mean. So pretty excited to see what this does exactly. They also went a little more in depth on some of the newer creatures, and it's pretty awesome. Like this thing right here is cool. The angler is cool. The fucking fog crawler is terrifying. I'm not really looking forward to fighting it, but let's go over and kind of review everything. So here we have the Gulper, and they said it's kind of like a mutated salamander. Right at the gate, it does not look in any way intimidating. I'm not scared of this thing at all. But I could be proved wrong. Geckos weren't exactly the strongest things in New Vegas, but they can be. Like certain versions of them, like the fire geckos and things like that, are kind of strong. Sometimes the golden geckos were. So there might be a version of this that is strong, but just right out the gate is just kind of basic enemy looking to me. Next, we have this little guy that we've seen before already in the Far Harbor trailer. And we actually got a name for him now, which is the Angler, which is kind of expected. We knew it was some kind of a mutation of the anglerfish, so the name isn't that surprising at all. But we also learned how it kind of fights. It absorbs the fog through mutations and things, and it can like shoot them at you in like flaming fireballs and shit, which sounds pretty badass. So they might end up being pretty damn intimidating enemies. They look really cool. I like the way they hide and stuff underwater. So we also got a name for this thing, which I think we've already known already, but it's called a fog crawler, and they said it's kind of like a mutated Mirelurk. I don't think it actually is, but it might be like some kind of a branch off or something. From the trailer, or the thing that they released earlier today, we know that this thing can fucking jump up and like attack as it's coming down. So they might be a little bit, not only are they intimidating looking, they might be super, super hard to fight. And after they discussed these 3 enemies, he also mentioned at the end that they've added a lot of creatures like this that'll fit into the ecology of this new location. So these 3 may not be the only new enemies. There might be some more. So that's pretty exciting to look forward to. And lastly, we got a little bit about the story kind of for Far Harbor, and it doesn't really sound that appealing to me. It sounds almost similar to kind of the main game's like quest line. Other than the fact that you're looking for your son, it's like, am I a synth? Am I not a synth? Did somebody put these thoughts and memories in my head? It's like whatever. That doesn't really appeal to me that much. They also reference the glowing sea, kind of like something like the Far Harbor is going to be similar to the glowing sea. They kind of like the setting the glowing sea had. The Children of Adam, we're going to get to know more about them, which is pretty cool because they're an older kind of faction. They weren't really factions when they were around. So it'd be kind of interesting to see exactly what's up with them. They're very cultish, as they refer to them, so that'd be kind of cool. And then they mentioned that there's kind of like different endings or like different ways to resolve the conflict. I guess he didn't really know how they wanted to word it, but I'm excited, guys. This is going to be interesting. This is our first legit DLC. The other Automatron and Wasteland Workshop were kind of just like little fun things. This will be exciting. This will be epic. This is going to be huge. As always, the original trailer video thing will be linked below. If you guys haven't watched it, definitely go and check it out, so you can see what they're talking about and everything, and hear what they're saying. Let me know how excited you are for Far Harbor, dude, because this is something we've been waiting for several months now. So later, guys.